Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most important things you need to know in Apex Legends, which is how to improve your aim / accuracy in Apex Legends Season 3. So, if you guys are ready to learn, and if you guys do enjoy this video and if this does help you out, please feel free down below to comment in the comment section. Let's start a discussion, and if you have any other tips that I didn't mention, then please, by all means, let's all go down there and have a comment section discussion about everything to help new players, because at the end of the day, discussions in the comment section are some of the funnest times on YouTube. So, coming into the first tip here, guys, the first tip I have to help you instantly pretty much improve your aim in Apex Season 3. Now this one is pretty much the biggest tip as well. If you can do this and if you put the time into learning this, then you will become a pro in your accuracy in Apex Legends. And the first tip here is to hop into the training mode and learn the predictive recoil with the weapons. Alright, the guns in Apex Legends Season 3 have all had their recoils altered. Not all of them, but most of the guns now have altered and different recoil patterns. Alright, the R301, it used to be one of the best guns for its recoil pattern, but now unfortunately it has been nerfed. Same with the R99, etc, etc. So most guns, especially these ones that I just mentioned, still do have their predictive recoil patterns, but they are a lot different now, and most of the guns now have randomness recoil patterns as well. Now the best way, in my opinion, and just like the overall general best way to improve your recoil within Apex Legends has to be able to use your finger / thumb or use your arm or your wrist to predict the recoil patterns, and all you gotta do is just control these predictable recoil patterns, which isn't really too hard from the sound of it, but it's going to take a lot of time and effort. Alright, what you're gonna need to do is you're going to need to hop into the training mode, shoot at the targets for as long as you need to, practice with all of the guns that you plan on using inside of the Battle Royale game. I did this a couple months ago. I just hopped in here and just practiced with every single gun. This will help you out a ton, alright? Because like I said, the only way to physically improve your accuracy in the game is going to be to improve your recoil. And in order to improve your recoil control, you're going to have to hop into the training mode, shoot at these targets until you have hit pretty much perfect with every single target. Trust me guys, it's going to help you a lot. And I know this tip was a long time to cover, but this is the most important tip, alright? Go into the training mode and practice the recoil control. I can guarantee you, it is a night and day difference. You will immediately see change in your accuracy. And the next tip I have for you guys here has to deal with your map awareness and your map control. And this one is going to be a little bit harder because Season 3 is still technically very, very new, and we haven't really had that much time to get big and, get really good map awareness. But with that being said, the tip number 2 that I have for you guys here has to deal with being able to control where you are on the map in relation or relative to where you're going to be fighting in the gunfight, and being able to put yourself in a good enough position to where you will always have a good advantage on the enemy. And what I mean by this is trying to always take the high ground whenever you see fit. Because taking the high ground not only makes it easier for you to see your target and look down at the enemy, but it also makes it very easy to hit your shots, because it's just a proven fact. I mean, you guys can try this for yourselves too. If you try to shoot down at something, it is a lot easier than if you were to try to shoot up at a target. It's just facts, You can't really argue at that point unless you try it for yourself. And trust me, from experience, shooting down at an enemy is a lot easier, which is why in games like Fortnite, people always say they have the high ground, and the high ground is your key to winning. Well, same thing here. If you want to get better accuracy and hit more of your shots, you're going to have to take the high ground as much as you possibly can, because you will have an easier time shooting down at the target. This is a lot easier said than done. I'm going to say that right now. You are going to have to learn map, where you're going to position yourself in pretty much most engagements. It took me a long time to figure this out for Kings Canyon, but with that being said, it is still possible and it will take you a while. But once you do learn the map positioning and your map awareness and where you should be in every gunfight to have a better advantage in viewing your target than they can view you. Side note, that was a mouthful. Once you learn this, you will have a massive advantage, so use it to your advantage. Now the next tip here is mostly for console players, but it also can work for PC players as well, and it's very good. And I used to do this all the time back when I played FPS games, and I even did this for Apex Legends. And what I'm talking about here, you're gonna want to go, and if you want to try and reset your aim, you're gonna want to turn down your sensitivity to a low enough setting so that you can still hit easy targets, but then every day or every 2 hours or however you see fit, change your sensitivity up by 1 or 2 levels, or if you're playing on advanced look controls like I am, slide the bar over a little bit. Keep adjusting your sensitivity every day or however you see fit until you have a fast enough sensitivity so you can turn on targets, but don't go instantly from 1 to 10 sensitivity. You want to take your time, because if you take the longest time that you can, and my recommendation for that would be like a day on each sensitivity, then you have practice with every single sensitivity, and this is good because then you can pick which one you like the best, but as well as you're comfortable at pretty much all of these sensitivities. So instead of jumping from 1 to 10 immediately, you've gradually increased your accuracy on each of these sensitivities to the point where you're going to be a pro at aiming down and being on target at, let's say, the maximum sensitivity. So instead of just going straight up there, start at the bottom, and day by day gradually increasing your sensitivity will instantly help you improve your aim, because like I said, you will have practice with all of the sensitivities and you will be able to just practice on all of them and go step by step, improve your aim from 1 to 10 instead of just jumping from 1 all the way up to 10 instead of going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, moving on to the next tip here. It also moves into settings to help you guys out. This setting is going to help you guys out a lot more than you think, alright? And you probably didn't even know this existed until I'm going to mention it to you. Now what I'm actually talking about here is going to be going into the advanced look control settings. It's going to be located under the controller settings and at the very bottom, and you're going to go in there and turn off target composition. Now you're going to have to turn on these advanced look controls, so try and get used to these settings in there. I will upload a best settings guide for Apex Legends very soon. I also have a couple other for the previous seasons. I will be doing one for season 3, don't you worry. But turn off target composition, alright? This is going to be aim assist. I've said this time and time again, and I will say it again. If you can learn how to get good accuracy and good raw aim inside of an FPS game, meaning raw aim is basically your ADS without aim assist, then you'll be able to have a much easier time with aim assist on, alright? If you have good aim without aim assist, then there is no need for you to be having it off anymore, because you can just turn aim assist back on again after, and then have a much easier time ADSing and just taking down enemies a lot faster. Alright, so I want you guys to take a couple days or maybe even a week. I took like a month or so with just using this ADS, and take a couple days if you need to. Play the game and learn to have good accuracy. Learn to hit your shots without using aim assist, alright? Once you feel comfortable, turn aim assist back on and you'll see a very big improvement, and your aim will just be extremely good, alright? Because if you can build that raw muscle memory for your aim, then you can be able to build it better while using aim assist. Comment down below how this helped for you guys. It really did help me out, and I really do hope it does help you guys out too. Now, because this video is getting long, this is going to be pretty much just a little bonus tip here. It was only really supposed to be 4 tips here, but I do have a little bonus tip here that I just want to add for you guys to help you guys out too. This one is going to be pretty obvious, alright? I can guarantee you probably already know what I'm going to say. If not, I'm sorry. I have to say it anyways. Your aim won't get better overnight, alright? It just won't, if you've been playing FPS games for years, hey, it might, but even for me, it took a couple of days, it took a couple of weeks just to practice the ADS, and it's not going to take one day. You're not going to hop into training mode after one time and just be good at aiming, alright? What I used to do, and what I still do to this day, is before I start playing for the day, I'll hop into the training mode and warm up my aim every single day. The tip that I need to tell you guys right now: practice makes perfect, right? Practice as much as you possibly can. That doesn't mean spending hours in the training mode. You only really need to spend at least 10 minutes in here a day if you really want to get good aim. What I'm saying is constantly be playing this game, being aware and having the mindset that you are trying to work on your aim. That doesn't mean going into a gunfight and just randomly, just trying to focus on the gunfight. Obviously, you're still going to be focusing on the gunfight, but what I want you guys to focus on primarily is trying to improve your aim. So in the back of your mind, always try to be thinking about how you can improve your aim and have the conscious effort to, pull down your joystick or move your wrist a little bit so you can hit more shots on target and, control that recoil a lot better. So instead of just spraying and praying inside of the gunfight, practice makes perfect, alright? Constantly having that mindset and that control in your ability to, hit more shots on target, move your joystick down, put yourself in a good gunfight position so that you can win more gunfights. Those are the mindsets that you're going to need in order to quickly improve your aim in Apex Legends. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, please feel free down below to leave a like as well as comment on how we can help new players improve their aim, because there are a lot of new players here in Season 3, and Apex is a fun game. I've been playing it ever since it came out. It's really good, and it's really cool how the guns have predicted in all very unique recoil patterns. So once you get to learn those, once you have good accuracy, and I'm not tooting my own horn by any means, I'm just saying, once you have good accuracy and you start landing shots on target, this game just gets a lot easier and it just gets a lot more fun. Trust me, practice makes perfect. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys in 2 days for another upload every other day. I love you guys. See you guys later.
It's just fired.